Hey guys, how's it going? It is MrCrayfish, and oh god, I just knocked my whole entire desk. Why did I do that? Welcome back to another live stream. There you are. I can see you up there. I got my camera, got a new webcam. I didn't even mention that in the last live stream. I actually got a new webcam, so it's like a whole lot better now. The quality is a lot better now. So if I did put it onto my full face, you would see that it is like amazing quality now. I think it does like 1080p, 60 FPS, which is pretty crazy for a webcam, and it's like almost better than my camera in terms of frames per second, but my camera's got better quality, bigger sensor on it. But let's not go into details about that. Let's talk about what we are doing today on this live stream. We're doing some more gun mod development. We're doing some more of it because, you know, I feel like doing some more of it. Why I'm not doing device mod is because I'm currently at a stage where it is kind of pretty boring. Like, there would be a whole entire live stream where I wouldn't even go into the game. So I kind of want to do something a little bit more exciting, and today we're going to work on the gun mod, but specifically we're going to be adding in scopes. Now, someone just said in there, add in a OGE scope, ACOG scope. Basically, if you go to the description of this live stream, it will give you an idea of the mod that I'm actually developing. Some people have come to me and they'd be like, why not just download Flans? Why not just download ICBM and get missiles in that? Well, just go to the description, read that, because I don't want to explain it every single time someone asks me why I don't just use those mods. And there's a reason why. There is a reason why. So just read the description, and that will give you a good idea. Now, there isn't any music as well in this live stream. I think I'm going to keep it out for today, but maybe next live stream we will do. We'll have music in. I don't know. I just felt like maybe this late live stream we'll keep it down. We'll just have no music. We'll just focus on primarily coding, answering your guys' questions. I'll try and keep my voice going 24/7 in this live stream. But yeah, I'm going to be doing shoutouts as well. As always, if you're a regular here, you would know that I do shoutouts. So if you go to my Twitter, if you have a Twitter account and you're not following me, go to the description right now, click on my link, retweet the tweet that says retweet for a shoutout. King Yoshi already on the job here. He's already on the job here. Click on that link, retweet it, and at the end of the live stream, I am going to be shouting it out. Now, if you don't happen to be here at the end, this video will be up on my channel. Well, this live stream will be up on my channel later on, so you can check out your shout out later on if you want. But yeah, let's get into this. So we're adding in scopes. We are adding in scopes, and I've already got a pretty clear idea of how I'm actually going to be adding this in today. I've already got it in my head. What I've actually got to do. And I kind of feel like it's not difficult. I say that now, but like in my mind, I feel like it's not going to be difficult. So the first, we're good. I just need to get a drink here. I've got like a cough coming on. I really don't know what it is. But I'm reading in the chat now. Just thank you everybody for joining in this live stream here. King Yoshi mentioning the egg cup. Did this just start? Yes, it did. It did just start. I can't say her name. But this live stream did just start, my friend. Thank you, everybody, for joining in here. Share the live stream around. Get people going in here. I haven't actually done a Snapchat yet. I'm going to quickly do a Snapchat so we can actually potentially get some more people coming in here. So let's get the Snapchat rolling. 1 second, guys. Let's get this Snapchat going. Going for second round of live streaming on my second channel. We live streamed last night. We're live streaming again tonight. So come join me on MrCrayfish Dev right now. I'm sure you'll like it. Let's see if that looked good. Going for second round of live streaming on my second channel. We live streamed last night. We're live streaming again tonight. So come join me on MrCrayfish Dev right now. I'm sure you'll like it. Going for second round of live streaming on my second channel. Let's get that posted. Just hold up, guys. We're gonna post this on Snapchat. Oh god, I did a typo. If you don't follow me on Snapchat either, I suggest you follow me. That's a good way to get notified as well when I'm live streaming as well. So let's publish that. Boom, boom. There we go. Going up on Snappy Chatty. I should also do Instagram. I don't do Instagram that much. I should do Instagram more. Mod me, Cray? No. I don't usually put in mods. It's a difficult process to select a mod. Somebody's like, what do I miss? You didn't miss anything, dude. You literally just got here at the start. You're all good. So as I said, we're doing scopes today. So the first thing that I want to do here is inside of my gun object here, we're going to be updating the kind of display here. So probably what we want to do here is again add in public double scope X offset, public double scope Y offset, public double scope Z offset. Alright. So there are going to be some properties that are just added in so you can actually reposition it. Now, there's one thing that's kind of annoying me here, how like there's a lot of variables in this now. However, I don't think it's too bad. Let's just take a look at the JSON file for this. So this is pretty much like what it is, so you can change the offset of the scope. Now, there's only going to be maybe there might be different types of scopes. Oh yeah, that should work. There'll be different types of scopes, but there's a kind of, I'm going to make sure that they're consistent in terms of where the kind of center of the scope is. So there can't be like a taller scope, there can't be like a shorter scope. The center of it always has to be in one position, but it can be different shapes. It just always have the center, it has to be in the same position. So that should be good. What should we do for this? I think first we should design a model. I'm always up for designing models. So you guys want me to design a model? I think we should. What programming language is he using? When you ask that question, it feels like I've chosen a programming language. I can't choose what programming language Minecraft uses. We're using Java here, so I'm using Java to do this. Like, I can't use any other language. I can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna magically use C++. I'm gonna magically. There's nothing like. I was watching this video recently. I know I'm going a bit off track here. I was watching this video recently that it honestly, it does not matter what language you use as long as you can kind of, it's like you can get the it's good enough for the task, you know. And it's just like, oh no, it's like, because you could be like, oh, why didn't you write, I know this is exaggerating it, but it's like, why don't you just write an assembler instead of C++? Assembler's faster. Like, why don't you do that? Why don't you write in zeros and ones? That would be a lot faster. You know? So, but yeah, that was just like an exaggerated example, but you know what I mean? Like, use a programming language that suits your task. Not necessarily, oh, I'm going to use C++ if you don't use C++. Alright, but I'm not saying that you were like that, whoever asked that question in the chat. Just wanted to say this, don't promote your channel, spam or swear. What? Ah, you're talking about other people. Let's go into my model creator here. Oh yeah, okay. We got some good news. Do you guys want to take any guesses? Okay, maybe you just guess there. Oh god. But yeah, basically we got some good news. And everybody's gonna love it. Everybody's gonna go excited in the chat here. But pretty much I've started to update my furniture mod now. I haven't worked on the 1.12 version yet. Pretty much I need another drink. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just fixing up all the bugs in the 1.11 version, and then I'm actually porting it over or updating it to 1.12. Because there was a lot of issues submitted on my GitHub for the 1.11 version of the mod, which I'd want to fix up first before I actually update. So I've kind of got a fixed version of 1.11, and then there's going to be a fixed version straight away of 1.12. So yeah, that's happening. That is happening, and let's get this scope going now. I'm trying to figure out what the width of this scope should be, and what I'm going to do is just load up a project here. I think it's pistol or handgun. Is it pistol or handgun? Handgun, yep. So it's basically too wide. So our scope kind of mount is going to be too wide. Now, what I want to actually be able to do is kind of like attach scope. I'm going to let you guys attach a scope to pretty much every weapon. Now, there will be some exceptions. Some weapons can't have scopes on them, such as the bazooka, because it's already got a built-in scope on it. But for the pistol here, you're going to be able to put a scope on it. You're going to be able to put a scope on the pistol. Like, how cool would that be? And like, I think I'm going to increase the zoom as well if you have a scope on it, which is cool, which will be cool. So that was just kind of like a basic. I just wanted to see how wide. Is it too wide? Oh no, it's not actually too wide. I think I'll make it too wide. It might be like off the edges, but it's still going to be able to go onto it. Alright, so let's go new project here. And what we're going to do is get out a cube here. We're going to make it probably 0.4 high. Any of you guys watching the fight tomorrow? Who's watching the fight tomorrow? Or today, whatever it is. Wherever you're living. Because it's tomorrow for me. Sunday for me. But in like the United States, it's on Saturday. It is on Saturday. So who's watching the fight tomorrow? Are you guys interested in that? I mean, I'm not really super duper interested in like I don't know, boxing and that kind of stuff, but you know, some fights I just kind of get to watch. Like, it's just like a thing you do. It's kind of just like a thing you do. Like, I'm going with my friends to the pub, or to the local pub, and we're hanging there and just, you know, watching it. But no, it'd be cool, I reckon. Everybody's watching it. Retweet. Oh yeah, keep it again. Always. Sorry, let me start that again. I'm doing shoutouts. If you've just joined, I am doing shoutouts at the end of this live stream. So King Yoshi just linked you guys the tweet on my Twitter to retweet for a shoutout. So retweet that. Let's see if we can get. I've wanted to get like 50 retweets in one live stream. I feel like we can do it, but then sometimes I feel like we can't. Like, one time we got 30 something. I really want to get 50 one day. That's a bit too long. Let's make it that. I'm good. The only boxer I know. I don't know. Mayweather for the win, Cray. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's going to be an interesting fight, without a doubt, because, you know, McGregor's like an MMA fighter, and then Mayweather is an actual boxer. However, a lot of people are just saying Mayweather hands down, just because it's a boxing match, and he's a boxer, whereas McGregor is a MMA fighter and never been in a boxing ring like that against like someone that's won 49 times. Alrighty, so that's kind of the base of it. I've already got an idea of what. Should it be that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll call this the base. It's gonna be interesting putting a scope on the pistol. Everyone who doesn't have a Twitter, create one and retweet. Hey, my first live stream with you. Hey, welcome Turbo Defender Immortal. Welcome to the live stream. Cray should add Nightbot to the chat. I kind of didn't like Nightbot in the chat. Oh my god, why is my back itchy? Make a flamethrower. That may be something I add in. It's kind of not plans at the moment, but maybe I'll do it in the future. I feel like I should, you know. Ugh. I'm just like cough city. Cough city. Mount. And then let's texture that. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So I'm just like purposely positioning this in the center here, just because it's going to be kind of like a standard position to put it there. Now, how I'm going to do this scope here is going to be dope. You guys are going to see this here in a second. Should it be 4? Yeah, 4 seems to be. Mind you, it's like the same. I seriously just keep coughing like there's no tomorrow. Seriously. This is getting ridiculous. I really want to put some good detail into this, actually make it look super dope. Alright. Oh wow. This is gonna be so good on a handgun. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna make it look real dope. Maybe like 8 times, 4 times, 2 times, 1 times, 16 times. 16 times scopes. What I could actually do in a way is like, I don't know, I could still use the same scope model, just like hold up. I can use the same scope model, they'll just have different NBT data on them. And then that's where I could, like, you know, like define what the type of scope is. Now, it could be like modified if you had like cheats on. You could be like, oh, increase the magnification to 32 times. My voice, oh my god. Yeah, if you're asking why there's slow mode on, if you're asking why there's slow mode on, it stops spamming in the chat. It's something we'll always deal with here. And since putting it on, it actually really helps. So, when you make your messages, make sure they're really good messages. Not just spam. My face is being delayed so bad. Not really. I'm looking at it right now. Hey. It's probably because it's like super duper far away. I don't know. I think it's something to do with OBS. I think it's something to do with OBS and not syncing it up correctly. I've never really been able to find the actual fix. So scope and then image is going to be apply, paste, and then let's just fix up everything here. This is going to look so good. Alright, and yep. And then let's just do, let's call that 1. Scope 2. And then let's rotate that like that. 45, is that good? Is that right? Oh no, it's not in the right position. Whoops. There we go. The scope is going to be massive. I'm going to tell you that right now. The scope is going to be massive, I think. I don't know. How do I do this that's not going to look super duper big? Or do we want it to look super duper big? It might be that instead of doing it 1.2, we just do it 1. And then same with that. Then it's not, it's going to be big regardless. Even at 1 wide like this. Let's take the, whoops, how's this work? Alright, there we go. Cool. Make an Eclipse mod. I posted a funny meme. On my Twitter account and also on my Facebook one as well. Two different ones. They were 2 different memes, but they were funny. They're like kind of like programming, and then the other one was like Minecraft related. It's funny. I was just like truly breathtaking, and then it was actual picture of the Eclipse IDE logo. Why did you name this channel as MrCrayfish Dev? This is my dev channel. This is a different channel to my main one. My main one is for kind of old cool stuff like creations and that kind of stuff. This one is about kind of in-depth, like, you know, somebody that watches building tutorials is not going to be interested in programming, you know? But it's also like a play, because I do a lot more live streams on here. It's also a place to like hang out with me, you know? That's why a lot of people like to come watch here and just hang out with me. Some people don't even know what's going on. They just enjoy what they see. Let me know if you're one of those people that doesn't even know what's going on here, but you're just enjoying what you're seeing. But if you guys have any questions you would like to ask me, I'm down to answer them, because, you know, I want to keep this, I don't know, I like answering questions. Can be anything. Oh god, is that right? And turn the blue. It's gonna be a cool scope. It is gonna be a cool scope. I just hope that it has like enough view that it is actual like comfortable looking down the scope. Accidental dab. Accidental dab. Why words onto your webcam? Those are my kind of like sponsors, kind of like things I'm like involved with, you know. So Legion by Lenovo is like I'm a part of like an influencer brand, and like I've done a ton of stuff for them. I've gone over to PAX, I've done stuff, you know, done like promotions for them and everything like that. So they're kind of like a they're not like they don't sponsor these live streams. I'm an influencer, which is like, hey, I use this product, it's awesome, and I enjoy, like, you know, I use their laptop all the time. I use a lot for photo editing. It's basically a Lenovo gaming laptop, but I mainly use it for photo editing, transferring my footage over onto my computer, because it doesn't have an SD card slot, so I have to do it on that. And I use it for a lot of travel as well when I go to events, interstate and that kind of stuff. So really good to take along with me. And then also the go-to game is actually a brand new website that is focusing on, oh, hold up, is kind of like it's Australian website. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. It's an Australian website that's kind of like focusing on gaming and everything like that. I still don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't know super duper a lot about it. I'll look into it. I'll let you guys know next live stream. I'll create a summary of what it's all about. But it sounds pretty awesome, and I'm a part of the project. Is that good? Damn. What's with that side? I'm trying to figure it out. I have no clue what I'm watching. I'm just enjoying the models and the guns. See, that's the person that likes to, like, comes to these live streams, doesn't know what's going on, but enjoys what they see here. What faces is that? East, west? Ugh. I want that. See how it's got this texture going around it? I want that to go around the outside as well. Someone said, can I do vlogs? I was actually thinking about this, and if you guys, why am I flaunting money on the live stream? Don't even know why I'm doing that. I watched, I'm not sure if you guys follow Jesse Wellens. You might know him, you might not, but he was basically part of this YouTube channel called PvP, not PvP, prank vs prank, boyfriend vs girlfriend. And he did like a video, and it kind of like really, like, because I did vlogs a couple of times, and it really kind of makes you think about vlogs and what the impact is, because, you know, vlogs, like, making a life your kind of job has never been like done before. It's never been done before. YouTube was the first platform that you could actually kind of do that. I mean, like, you could write blogs. You could write blogs on the internet, you know. that was a thing probably before videos, where you would actually write up a post and post it and be like, hey, we went to, we traveled around the world and we did this, we did that. But it's different when you started on YouTube and pretty much you were posting videos and the audience was kind of saying, hey, you should do this. And it was like almost them controlling your life. And then you kind of get to a point where he was saying like, am I doing this for the video or am I doing this for myself? And then you couldn't even answer that. Like, that's how I kind of felt when I was doing vlogs at one point, that am I doing this for the video? Or am I just filming my day and I'm just doing this, like, I'm doing this for myself, but I'm filming my day. That's like, I kind of felt that I was actually just doing it for the video, and that's a bad thing, and probably shouldn't have been doing that. Let's get this fixed up, because this side does not work. So how's this going to work? West is going to be 2. I'll turn off auto 2 7. Oop. And then we need to rotate it. There we go. East 2 7. Let me guys know what you think about that as well, because it is important to bring up, especially if you're doing like a vlog channel or something like that. It is good to know. Why do you use Java to make mods? Oh my god, I'm not gonna answer that question again. Minecraft is Java. I can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna do C++ instead, because you can't. Any more of those questions, I'm not gonna answer them. Alright, so let's get this lined up here. And now you guys are just going to spam it in the chat. I think you guys should just spam it in the chat to actually filter out the real ones that are asking it. So it seems like it's all just a joke. I think that should happen. Oh, that works. It's like just... Oh, God. There's like a slight line, but, Oh no, this west side has got to be like that. Oh wow, that looks so good. It looks like a half pipe. I didn't even like move this over here. Where's the flux capacitor? Yeah, there was a problem with that. Like, I went to a scientist and he predicted that, the probability of a shark flying into space was too much for the force related to the car that he was driving this morning. Didn't actually work out, so that's why the kind of flux capacitor wasn't actually able to be added in. So I'm sorry about that, dude. It's science. You can't determine when a shark's gonna fly into space. It's just, you just can't do that. Oh god. All right, so let's go in there. Let's duplicate that. Scope 5. Some people are just like, what the heck is he talking about? You had to be here at yesterday's live stream. That's why you gotta be here at my live streams. You gotta learn all the jokes. When you're gonna look into the scope, it look like too big, boy. What? I don't know if I'll change. Yeah, we'll see how the scope goes. Like, this is like the first model. It's most likely going to change. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, if you guys want a shout out, make sure you go over to my Twitter. Link is in the description below. And at the end of the live stream, I am going to be shouting out people that did retweet the tweet. If you're not here at the end of the live stream, don't worry. The live stream will be up on my channel later on, so you will be able to check it out in case you aren't able to be here right at the end. But yeah, links in the description. King Yoshi will post a link in the chat from time to time with the tweet. He'll probably do it now. But let's get this positioned correctly, and there we go. That is looking good. Can we get a rating here, guys? Can we get a rating here out of cheese? So rate this out of cheese emoji. I need a good rating. I need you guys to rate this. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, I have to tell you that. Let's go scope 5 here, duplicate that. This should be really easy from now on because we've kind of got all the parts that we need for this. And that just comes down, up one. And then let's go into the Z, turn that in 45. Is it scope? Scope 4. Don't know. Hold up. And let's just rotate that. Medium cheese. 11 out of cheese. Half pipe out of cheese. Cheese out of 10. We got some good ratings here in the chat. We got some good ratings here in the chat. What time is it in Australasia? Australia. Australia. That's a really weird way to spell it. 10:30 right now. It is 10:30 right now. Scope 1, which is going to be scope 8. That looks so good. It's like perfect. And then let's just rotate the texture on the top here. And then the bottom as well. Oh, wow. That looks so good. It looks trippy. I'm not going to lie. It looks trippy. I feel like the texture should be rotated on the inside here. I feel like it should be that way. So let's rotate all them. That would be the west side. East. I have to take a guess here. Got it right. 3. I'm good. Which side is this? Why isn't this rotating? I know why. Because it's actually the up texture. We got a super chat here from Ashley Hilliard. Thank you so much for the super chat. And he says, hey, what do you use to do models? This is actually my own program. I actually wrote this as my model creator. As you can see here, have a look at that. Model creator by MrCrayfish. So you can actually download this on my website. Currently this version, which is pre 5, isn't actually available for download. But you can get pre 4 at the moment. I might publish pre 5 real soon, but it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything. And it's pretty simple to use. A lot of people like it just because it's free and it's simple to use. You know, so you can download it on my website. I think King Yoshi might be able to get a link in the description for you. But thanks so much for the super chat, dude. Oh god, what are we up to? What are we up to? Let's go to up here. I missed the music. Music will be on next live stream. I feel like what we should add on the scope here is a bit of trim. But I don't know. I think we should add trim onto it. I think it will look really cool with the trim. It would take a little bit longer, but you know. What we might do as well is make this 3 like that. And then what I'm going to do is actually reduce the size of all these by 1. And then what we're going to do is and then we just need to fix up a bunch of the UVs here, specifically these ones. So I think it's because it's order UV. If you were to do another program like the model creator, what would it be? It would be another model creator. There is like, I really don't want to say, like, I have experimented with creating it in if you guys have heard of it before, it's called Electron, and pretty much it's like designing applications but using web technologies. And pretty much you can use WebGL to actually create that. So the good thing about it is that, again, it's kind of like cross-platform like Java, but it's better. And I did, I don't know if I can show you. I don't want to, like, I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to make any promises. I hate making promises, especially when I'm like, hey, I'm going to do this, and then it doesn't happen in the end. So, I mean, let's just say I've experimented with it. There is actually a program out there that actually did do it, and it's called Blockbench, which is another good free program. And like, I honestly suggest check that out. It's actually really good. But there is some things about it that I don't like, that I like in my program, because I'm so used to this workflow that if I go into another program, it's just like, I can't do that. That's affecting me. What do you do to keep yourself motivated while making mods? I have started a few projects myself, but I can't finish them. I would say that it's, don't like work on them 24/7. I know, like, sometimes it can be a good thing, sometimes it can't be, but it's always about, you know, trying to do something that's going to keep you interested in doing it. Like, do something you feel like you're gonna, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, there are some projects that I really enjoyed working on, then I kind of just stopped. But this gun mod, like, I've gone on and off for a while. I always come back to projects. Like right now, like, I didn't work on the furniture mod for a couple of months, but now I'm back. I'm coming back on it. I have the motivation now to update it and everything. So you should see the furniture mod coming within the next week or so for 1.12 with lots of bug fixes as well. "70 people are watching. 70 people are watching. If you haven't already, make sure you retweet the tweet on Twitter. Let's try and aim for 50 retweets. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but, you know, go onto my Twitter, follow me if you're not on there. That would be cool. And as well, follow me on Snapchat. You can find my Snapchat username in the description below. Cool to follow me in there because I post, like, stuff, you know, maybe you're interested in seeing a bit more, like, my personal life. I can even do, like, shout outs of, like, Snapchat people. So if you follow me from, like, now on, I can probably, like, you know, see who added me in the next 10 minutes here on Snapchat. But let's add some trim into this now. And let's go scope here. The scope is bigger than the pistol. Yeah, no, I said this before, like this, it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look bigger than the pistol, but the thing is, it's gonna just look cool. It's gonna look cool, but bigger. It's kind of like what's that game? It was like a zombie game where you could create like weapons that are just like crazy weapons. You could like put any materials together and create like a weapon. I forgot what it was. It's like Dying Light. No, not Dying Light. That's a serious zombie game. I forgot what it was. It's like some zombie island, something like that. And it was like you could craft anything. This is kind of like a little bit like that. Like this is not supposed to be realistic as well. I should point that out. It's not supposed to be like a super duper realistic gun mod. It's kind of just doing something fun. Let's just call this trim 1. And then ah, dang it. And then let's texture that with probably the stone. Should we do the stone or should we do the I think the stone's a little less harsh on it. And then we're just going to fix up the auto UVs here. Yeah, that should look pretty good on it, I reckon. What about Facebook? I don't know. You can follow me on Facebook. I don't like promote it as much, but people still follow me on there. I still post stuff on my Facebook. Like mainly I post memes on my Facebook. So if you're up for memes and cool memes like that, go check me out on Facebook. I am active on all the accounts, I should say. I am active on all the accounts. Duplicate, trim 2. Can you play Overwatch? I've honestly never gotten into Overwatch. I've never even played it, I should say. I've never even played Overwatch. I don't know. I've never been like the biggest fan. You'll see people be like, mainly if you've played like Team Fortress 2, you probably play Overwatch. I never played Team Fortress 2. I think I only played it like once because I got it for free. But then I was like, I don't know. I never really got into it. But I know like Overwatch is like a big game and like a lot of people watch it. A lot of there's a lot. It's like almost one of the biggest games on Twitch. I'm pretty sure. Besides like Dota 2 or I don't know, League of Legends. I heard that thing about getting rid of Father's Day. I was like, what the heck? Why did you get rid of the Mother's Day as well then? No, you can't do that. Can't get rid of Mother's Day. Protest about something more important than Father's Day. It's almost like protesting that we should ban shops from promoting like Christmas and that kind of stuff because there's religions out there that don't believe in Christmas. You know, that's kind of like what the argument is with that. Maybe we should just stop banning Christmas because other religions out there don't do Christmas. I don't believe in people that don't eat cheese. We should ban people that don't eat cheese. I'm going to fight for that. If you don't eat cheese, you're not with me. You're an enemy. That was a bit too far. Yeah, I've seen that one as well with the air conditioning. Oh my god. It's because of H3 actually did a video, and that actually brings me up to what I wanted to actually mention in this live stream at one point, is that H3, if you didn't know, actually won their lawsuit. Basically, they got filed for copyright against this guy. I won't go into too much detail, but pretty much they won, which is really good. They won the lawsuit, and I think they were like doing it for like a year and a half of this lawsuit, and they won. And that was like that because they do a lot of reaction type videos. In the end, it was deemed fair use, and pretty much the guy that was trying to sue them, was trying to take advantage of it, pretty much, in my opinion. But, it's fair use. That's something that, our laws here in Australia are different, but they're pretty much similar to the US laws. There's probably like a couple of things different between our fair use and the American fair use. Or the US fair use. But they won, which is really good. And it means a lot for YouTube as well, because like if similar cases happen that are like that, then pretty much like that type of lawsuit can be like referenced in those cases and be like, hey, those people did exactly the same thing. Why is this any different? So, it's really good. It is really good. Trim 5. That's looking pretty good. What do you guys think about that? That trim on it looks pretty cool. Imagine just looking down that thing. The only thing it might be still too long, but we can always fix that up. That's not too much of a problem. We can always fix that up. Because like by the time you're looking down this scope here, that's like your view, So, I'll do something that will make it look good. Why do you always do late night live streams? Well, mainly I can't please everybody. It's nighttime somewhere in the world. It's the morning sometime always in the world. Like I can't live stream just for you, So, I enjoy live streaming. Like some people right now, it's the morning for them. They're waking up. They're like got a notification. If you're not a part of the post notification squad, like who are you right now? You should have them on. Turn them on if you haven't. I never really say that. Turn on your post notifications on this channel so you get notified when I actually live stream. I'll wait here for you guys to go down there right now and do it. I have no problem with that. I'm waiting. I'm gonna close the live stream. If we don't get no. You know what to do. I actually forgot to update the top one here. There we go. That is a good design. Thank you. Zero to lit, how lit? Spike Entertainment with the references right now. Zero to lit, how lit? If zero to lit, how lit? If zero to lit, how lit? And then auto UV. Amazing idea. Scope that is secretly a pistol. What? That's not what I'm doing. The scope's going to be able to be attached to a pistol, but it's just going to look big. Which is going to be funny. I honestly want to see it. Who here in the chat, who here watching wants to see a scope on a pistol? Like, who would want that, you know? I do. I think you guys do as well. I think that would look so cool. And then let's fix the up and the down. Ooh, ow. Everybody wants to see it. Try to live stream different times of the day so everybody has it at different times. Usually I'll either live stream now or I'll live stream early in the morning so people in the US in the afternoon can actually watch it, and it will just be morning here for me instead. I might do that. Usually I can only do it on the weekends because, like, you know, during the day. Oh no, actually. Oh no, I can do it during the weekdays. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that in the weekdays. Do it in the morning one time. So maybe you'll come home from school and you'll be like, oh, MrCrayfish is live streaming. MrCrayfish is live streaming. You can do it while you're doing your homework. That's if you're still in school. Can you add an upgrade slot so when you add it, so then you can add it to any gun you made? Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. I've still got to figure out how scopes are going to be attached to it. Maybe, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Oh my god, I'm so lucky I just remembered that. I want to add, in villages, I want to be able to, like, I know there's a way to do it, but be able to add like a building that's like the gun shops from GTA 5 where you can go in there and you can like purchase guns from it. Like, there'll be guns hanging up on the wall, just whoever, it would just be like, there'll be fake guns that you can't actually just take, you know? So that would be cool to do. And you can actually buy guns from it. But then there might also be, I might add in like a block as well that's kind of like the gun upgrader, where you can actually put the gun in, and that's where you would actually be able to attach the scope. But that's still something you have to think about. It might be that you can like increase the, you know, the damage of it. You can increase the scope, other things like that. There might also even be skinning. Well, not skinning, like you can colorize the model. That will be a big project in itself because it pretty much means breaking up all the guns into different pieces. But I can do that. I can do it real easily as long as I develop the full model first, and yeah, it's really easy. So they're kind of the plans, you know. Colorize. Break models up. That would be really cool if we're actually able to do that, because then you can customize the guns however you want. And how awesome would that be? Like, you can imagine if you had a blue pistol. That would be sick. I've already gone through like this whole entire bottle of water. I might have to refill it up real soon. Am I going to play on 1.12 once you update your mods? I'll look into it because that's the only thing kind of holding me back. I just gotta make sure I have kind of my main mods still installed in my world. That's the only problem I got with updating, but it should be updated soon, hopefully, because a lot of the mods I did put in were kind of already updated to 1.12. What am I doing here? Let's just duplicate all these trims again and put it onto the other side. So trim 9. Trim 9. Let's just save this real quickly. Scope. That could have been real bad if my program crashed. That could have been real bad, and then we would have been put back an hour here, basically. Which would not have been good. The trim 11 yet. I don't like slow mode. Well, I can't do anything about that because pretty much it stops people from spamming, and that is a problem we've had in this chat for a very long time. So we don't really want that anymore, you know. And it puts a lot of effort on Yoshi here for removing messages, especially if there's like 5 in a row. That's a lot of work to do to remove all those messages. So, you know, make the most of when you actually say something in chat here. You know, I read the chat from here and there. You know, I'm not like ignoring the chat at all. I do read the chat here. If I see something that pops up, I will, you know, read it. Maybe later down the road you could add custom skins. Custom skins might not be possible. It's hard to kind of, because how I'm using block models or JSON models for it. The most I can do is colorize it. It's much more difficult to actually use a custom texture. Like, I know how to do it, but I've basically got to rewrite the whole entire model system to actually do that. So don't think that will be happening in this mod, unfortunately. Cray, I'm working on updating your furniture mod at the moment. What are you doing? I'm updating it. If you weren't here before, I actually just mentioned I'm actually updating the furniture mod to 1.12. I've already fixed up a ton of bugs in the 1.11 version, which if you actually get in my GitHub, you'll see that I recently just published like 12 commits to it with bug fixes and that type of stuff, but not like released yet. What am I up to? 4 now. But I'm down for, like, you know, helping with bug fixes once I actually publish, you know, we'll update and then bug fixes afterwards. That's always really appreciated. Trim. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. How about making a ragdoll so you can shoot the ragdoll? What? I think I know what you mean though. We need like those training dummies that you see in like gun ranges that you can shoot. That'd be cool. Oh wow, that looks good. What do you guys think of the hat? Tell me that's not the best scope ever. Tell me that's not the best scope ever. Guys, if we ran a minigun war, would you join? Ah, he's doing a straw poll. Yeah, go. Everybody go answer that. Everybody answer that. Because we might be doing an actual kind of like test here of seeing what it's like having like people versing each other with guns. I can see it being like crazy as crazy, but you know, that's what testing's all about. MrCrayfish, I'm currently using your model creator. When I go to export, is there a way to save the folder path to export to instead of documents? You should be able to do it. You just have to go to, you know, up here, scroll through that, and then go through all your kind of stuff like normal. It's kind of the normal output thing. There's like home as well. It's just a normal file explorer. Or save file thing. That looks pretty good. We should add in a crosshair as well. I think I've already got one as well in resources here, which we might actually make a standard across kind of scopes, textures. Is that it there? Like what we can do is just use that kind of middle portion of it, but we might even change that around actually. Because what we can do is textures, blocks, we might put it in create a new folder here, call it detail. I don't know, I'm kind of creating a lot of different stuff here. Let's open this in Photoshop real quickly, because I want it to be like a single dot, not a 2x2, just because it needs to be a scope and needs to be accurate. So what we can do here is instead like it might even be better just to have like a dot. As ridiculous as that sounds, just a dot. So leave that there and let's just get rid of, like, that's literally it. What a brilliant texture. What a brilliant texture that is. Let's just call it red dot. And then back in the model creator here, what we're going to do is create a new kind of just element here. Maybe we'll put it there, I reckon. And then on the blue side here, which is that one, import, and then let's go to the folder here. Hello, so a player put a scope in a hopper and it crashes. What? Oh, puts... I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, Jack Shark Ben. If it's like a problem, I would suggest to go over to my GitHub, submit an issue on there, because that's the best way to get issues fixed. If you're telling me kind of like randomly in chat, it's going to get lost in there. I'm not going to remember it. So it's best to actually submit it so I got record of it later on. You should add scopes with different zooms. 1 times, 2 times, 4 times, and 8 times. Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing that. I think I'm going to do it. I'm good. I thought I just saved that. And I saved it into block. It looks so silly. And then we just need to fix up the UV here to be 50. Oh no, change the auto off here. 15 and 15. Is that centered? Yeah. That's your scope for you. And then we just need to disable all the other sides. That's your scope. It should also have like, maybe in the future, adding like the measurements for it. You know how it has like, because there is gravity in some of the bullets that will actually drop down a little bit. So maybe I'll add in that, you know, afterwards. Maybe we'll put it on the back side as well. So on the north face here, enabled, image, apply. That looks cool. It's gonna be deadly. It's gonna be deadly. I think I found like a bug within my within the save here that if you type in just scope here, it will override. Why is that even doing that? Yeah, see, sometimes it pops up with a warning, sometimes it doesn't, which is bad. Because you might override something accidentally. Are you just going to do a scope for today's live stream? We're going to be trying implementing it, like the whole process of adding in a scope. Like, I can't like add everything in one live stream, you know? So it's kind of focused on adding in a scope system, but this is the scope so far. What do you guys think of this? This looks dope. This is like kind of the final model. I don't really have anything more envisioned about this, but let me know what you think about this in the description. Oh, not in the description, in the chat right now. We need a rating out of, what do we need a rating out of? A rating out of lit. Most creative rating wins. Alright, go. Alright, so pretty much what we've got to do now is simply, we need to export it. So let's go file, export, JSON. We'll call it gun part. Or do we want to have our own individual? Probably not, because we can already just implement, you know, we can already implement it straight away if we just do gun part scope. I do want to rename this real quickly. Did I commit? Hold up. Gun mod. Alright, hold up. Hold up, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Sniper rifle. Hold up. Hold up. Boom. 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 Gun part scope. Get rid of you. I just need to commit what we did yesterday. Boom. 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 Added. Improved. Improved ammo system. Alright, there we go. That's got the commit changes from yesterday published. Can do add a lit. Lit fam add a lit. Someone rates it 1,000,000 cheese. Snazzy. Dope scope. I like that. Dope scope. It's a dope scope. That's going to be my word for the rest of the live stream. Dope scope. Make reloading animation. Yeah, reloading animation will come. It's just not it's not like a thing I'm working on right now. It's going to be a part of, like, you know, a part of this mod eventually, but I'm just working on other things at this current point. You know, I don't know. I like to work on the fun things for live streams and leave the boring stuff for, you know, off live stream, just because you guys won't be interested in it too much. I should mention, again, I am doing shoutouts in this live stream, so if you go to my Twitter account, I know I've said this a lot and you've probably heard it already if you've been watching this for a while, but, you know, head over to my Twitter, retweet for a shoutout, and at the end of the live stream, I will be doing a retweet or shout out for you guys. So yeah, Twitter link is in the description, or I can get you King Yoshi to post, get a post in the chat right now. And have another drink. My voice is just about to go. Ugh. Make a water gun. That is on the list already of ideas. I might make it like an Easter egg. Like an Easter egg that it's not like available in the creative GUI, but maybe you will do something special that will give you the water gun. I think that would be a cooler thing, just so, because I like a water gun doesn't fit into the mod, but it fits into it if it's an Easter egg. I hope you feel me there. What is the link to the GitHub? If you just go to Google and type in MrCrayfish GitHub, it will come up with my GitHub page where you can find all my furniture mod, my gun mod as well. If you're interested in checking it out yourself, because you can actually get this mod straight away. You can get this mod now if you want to. It's just a matter if you know how to compile it and everything like that. Lit moments are over. What? Alright, so just get rid of this detail thing. We don't need it now. What I wanted to do real quickly is I wanted to go to Java here, initialize mod guns, and for parts here, I want to rename it instead of gun part, because it's becoming too long, just part. And that should fix up straight away. And then inside of models here, we just need to change a bunch of these around to just part. And then we should be good on that part. Don't think there's anything else. The only thing I would have to change is probably language. So like there. What are those? Item, ammo, basic.name, basic ammo. Advanced. Advanced ammo, shell. What was the other types of ammo? Grenade. And then the last one here was missile. Alrighty. So that should sort out the part system. Hopefully. I do gotta change. I'm good. I'm good. Alright, and one thing I'm probably going to do is in render gun model here, we'll change this around here. Let's not hard code this. Let's go type. We haven't. You know, we haven't done that yet. All right, cool. I want to change. I'm healthy. Don't worry. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Who thinks I'm dying? Alright, I won't worry about that, but they're part now. It's just part. But this is how I basically created a system here that allows me to, you know, this is how I created the chain gun. And pretty much allows me to, you know, animate the model, rotate the pieces. It's really cool. Really cool. So this is how, I mean, I'm not going to do the rendering in here, but this is pretty much how I can add in, where is it? In here that I can actually render in the scope. So pretty much it's pretty much before here, before it actually, even before this actually, before here, we're going to be doing the rendering of the scope. So we can actually do that now. So we can do like scope. Oh no, we didn't add into parts here. Hold up. We didn't put that in there. Someone said, I have no idea what is going on, but I'm enjoying this. Yeah, that's kind of like what I described as like, I think Cray has smoker's cough. I don't cough. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. What are you trying to say here? I have friends that smoke, so maybe I'll blame them. But I don't smoke. Mod guns part, and then 3. I'm healthy. And then we can do, I will do a push and pop here because I want to translate it to a specific location before I can do anything. Then I want to translate it up, which I don't know what the values are yet, but we'll determine that once we start running the game here. And then we need to translate this position to a certain... I know, we'll do that. Translate will be up here, I reckon. I think. We'll just go with that. And then let's render this. And then, do we need to disable lighting? Oh, that was for the flash. That's all good. Oh my god. I like, oh my god, this is like, this cough is honestly, I feel like I'm just getting sick, I don't know. I just never gotten sick with a cough before. I hope it's nothing serious. But it's kind of like, I don't know like how serious a cough can get, but like it almost feels like sometimes I'll cough and it will actually like hurt. I mean, I wouldn't say it like hurts, but like because I cough so hard, I can feel it like through my throat. It's kind of like a real dry cough, I would say. It doesn't hurt. I can just feel the whole entire cough through my throat, which is weird. Oh god, we have a problem. We have a slap problem. Oh jeez. Can someone tell me that's not normal? Can someone tell me that is not normal? Did that scope get added in? Apparently we're missing the model. Part chain gun base. What? Let's just double check something. Ah, here we go. Break that beat back. Someone retweeted. Thank you, Super Bean T. We would be doing shoutouts at the end of this live stream. If you haven't already, make sure you go retweet me on Twitter. Link is in the description for my Twitter account. If you're not following me, follow me on there. I also said if people follow me on Snapchat, I would shout them out. So let's see if anybody actually followed. It looks like some people did. 3 people followed me or added me on Snapchat. J Rabbit, Jory Rosagen, and Goran Eduard. I honestly don't know how to say that, but thanks for following me on Snapchat, you know. We got a decent amount of people that follow me on Snapchat, which is pretty nice. Can I turn slow mode off? No, I'm not, because it prevents spam. And there's a lot of people out there in the chat that like to spam sometimes, so it's better to just have it off. Just make the most of your messages when you do send them. You know, don't just write a message and be like, oh, whoops. Where's the music? I've kind of turned it off for this live stream. Next live stream, I'll probably have it on. Is that the scope? I found the scope. So the scope is being rendered, which is a good sign, but it's not in the right position. Not sure what's going on there, but let's figure that out real quickly. I'm not sure why it's rendering weird, but it shouldn't be rendering weird. I know why. Alright, hold up. It's because I'm rendering... It's also determined by the actual render code in here as well. So base I kind of want to get rid of this here and not depend on these renders and just create my own properties. Because I want everything to have a standard position. And I can handle all this better. Because like I can't control this in game. I can only control it through here. I want to be able to control it in game. Especially because I need to add in a scope to some things and then have different heights and, you know. Handgun. So let's just take a look. So a lot of them are just using the same kind of, you know, first person right hand here. Alright, that's a bit better. Now, all that we have to do is position this a bit better. And we've got a little bit of a problem here. Hold up. We need to go into scope here and just rename that to CGM red dot. And then we should be able to see that, oh, the red dot. There's kind of a texture issue on there if you see. Now it's gone. Let's position this a bit better now. And then we'll figure out what the translation for this will be here. So 0.1. We can also just do this for a second. Hold up, Minecraft. Is it gonna load? Oh, there we go. Cool. So I can even see it there still. Alright, so cool. So if we do that, nope. Alright, that was close. This is what I love about debug mode. I'm just like able to do a lot of this stuff. That's pretty good. And then let's take this back. Is that gonna go? Oh. Who's loving this right now? Who is loving this right now? Look at the scope on the gun. And then I think all that we've got to do here is we'll see what it looks like. Okay, hold on. Dude, that looks ridiculous. All right, so basically we're just going to translate the gun net down now. What I kind of want to do is I want it to not translate down when it's like this, but translate down when it actually zooms in. Because if we translate it down now, it's going to look bad, but it's only going to work, like, you know, work properly. It honestly looks so good. It honestly looks so good. But we do got to fix up that glitch there with the line. I did like notice that when we were doing it. So I will be able to fix that. Because that's kind of annoying. It's so ridiculous. I love it though. The scope is slightly big. It's intentionally supposed to look big on the pistol. For other weapons, such as like, you know, this here. Oh, we have a little bit of a problem with that, but that will be fixed up. Just look. Does that just look funny? You know, now switch out the gun here. Still, everything's got a scope. Everything's got a scope. It's a shotgun with a scope. Who needs that? I think the scope should go. I mean, each gun will be able to determine where the scope actually goes. This isn't like the standard position. Like all guns will be able to determine where it goes. But let's figure out where it zooms in here. Where does it zoom in? It zooms in here. So Y offset. So pretty much we just need to turn this off here. Hold up. So right here is kind of the Y offset when we zoom in. So basically here, hold up. This here is going to be a different value. So what we're going to do is here, int y offset equals gun.getGun display.zoom y offset. And then we're going to have a value here, which is going to determine the height. Now, what type of value is that? Double. We'll figure this, like, this won't be hard coded. This will be different. I mean, it will be hard coded, but not like this. It'll be saying if there's a scope attached, then do that. So y offset. Alright, let's push that. Oh, too low. Maybe just one. Oh. That's pretty dead on. Oh, no way. That looks so good. And maybe like with the scope as well, that it actually zooms in a bit more. It looks so good. Oh. Who's loving this right now? You know, just gonna scope. Let's put this into the other hand. Can we put on the, hold up, let's put on this. Shotgun with a scope. It's hunting season, boys. It's hunting seasons. And girls. It's hunting season, boys and girls. Gotta find me a pig. Gotta find me a pig out here. It's the winter months. Gotta catch that meat. You know? Gotta catch alligators. Where are my alligators at? Not trying to make fun of people. Not trying to make fun of rednecks. Hey Cray, I'm back from the last stream. What's going on? Check out what's going on right now, dude. We're adding in scopes. This thing's got a scope on it. Look at this. We got a scope on the shotgun. Scope on the pistol here. I really want to kill something already. There's a 3-day waiting period, but I'm mad now. If anybody knows that Simpsons quote, there's a 3-day waiting period, but I'm mad now. I'd kill my gun if I had you. Well, you don't. Oh. Dude, the scope on this thing is crazy. It only does like a small zoom, but you know. Like that can all be fixed up, you know. Through adjusting the Z offset here, which you guys can't see. It's kind of off screen here. But if we just do double Z offset equals gun.get gun display.z zoom Z offset, and then here we can actually adjust it when there is a scope. So this will be Z offset, and I think is it adding onto it? It might be adding onto it. That's way too close. Maybe just 3. See, this is kind of the problem with it, that when you start zooming up on this, like, it starts to do funky stuff. Like, that does not look right, you know? Let's do 2 here. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Like, that zoomed in pretty well. That you can actually kind of look through the scope. It's just that the pistol doesn't have like a massive zoom factor to it. If it's on something like the sniper rifle, or I think it's only the it's only the sniper rifle that's got like a crazy zoom. I think the shotgun has a better zoom actually. Yeah, it does. Go Cray, stop coughing before you die. Maybe you could add rails to the models of scope compatible guns and rifles. I don't know. I've just kind of wanted to make it like you could put scopes on everything, and then there'd be some things like, you know, this that wouldn't be able to have it on it. The bazooka. Like, I want it to be, in a way, a sort of fun gun mod, a novelty type thing. Like, that's still comfortable looking through that, you know? That's still comfortable. I could have even just drawn the dot, but then I won't see it. So pretty much what we've got to do now is implement the just trying to think here. Okay. How is that gonna work? Oh, what the? Can anybody explain what's going on here? Something's going on here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the minigun. Not sure what happened to the minigun here. You should make a sickness mod. I know what you're trying to do there. We're nearly at 100 likes. If you haven't already, snap that like button, guys. We need to snap right in half. I always forget to mention that throughout the live streams a lot. To hit that like button. Let's hit that like button. Let's try and see if we can get like 150 likes. Shoddy. It's hunting season. How am I missing? How is this missing? How is that missing? I was like, ow, is this like a god? Is this Jesus? Is this Jesus? But no, it's just because I haven't fixed up a problem with the ammo yet. Basically, any ammo except for the basic one and grenades can damage. Except for the missiles and the basic ammo, nothing else can work. I think. I know that works. Why is it yellow? What? Auto shotgun noise. What? I'm just trying to think if I should change the controls around for the gun mod. I'm not sure what, because right now pretty much how you actually zoom in this mod is you actually hit Alt. You hit Alt on your keyboard. I'm not sure what that is on Mac, which is probably my concern. But do we want to change around the controls where you actually you press down the right click button, and to actually fire you press left click, because that kind of seems like a more of a standard for kind of FPS, and even like attacking in the game you use left click here instead of right click to swing. So maybe that can be a thing I do, is change that around. Hello there. Where'd that chicken go? Aha. Wow. That is amazing. Got him. Oh wow, this thing's got a scope on it. How crazy does that look? It's a grenade launch with a scope. Someone's saying it's too loud. Why did my OBS change? Oh my god. It like changed. Add a silencer because it's too loud. Do the bullets hit low of the red dot? Let's take a look. I mean, it's hard to determine. I mean, that kind of missed because it misses, but I know that can't hit. Hold up. I mean, the kind of hitboxes of the animals are a little bit, you can't determine them that well, but it's pretty much accurate. So if you actually look here, so let's look at the corner of this block here. See how my thing's pointing right at the corner of it there? If I actually zoom in here, it's pretty much the same spot. So it is pretty much dead point center right here. Ain't no piggies getting away from me. Does it work? I just had... Hold on. That work? Yeah, F3B doesn't seem to be working for me. Like, alright, yeah, show hitboxes. Ready? F3B doesn't work. And I don't know why. How do you get the pictures in the hotbar like that? Mine look all flat. It's because I'm actually using models. Not, like images. Yeah, it's raining. There's a property on this gun which pretty much says like, because like this is not like a, I've kind of determined this is not like a long range weapon. So pretty much the further that the bullet travels, the less damage it will do. So as you can see, this llama is taking forever to die here. And then eventually it dies, but something like this. I don't know what's going on with this model. Like, I really don't know what's going on with that model. It, like, literally broke. Like, what is going on with it? Might be something to do with rendering the scope. No, it's genuinely broken. It is genuinely broken. How did that happen? How did that break? I didn't touch it, did I? I mean, the only thing I changed was this, but how does that change anything? I didn't change anything in this. Was there anything to do with the... Yeah, nothing to do with that either. I don't know what's going on with that. You've always been using models? Maybe you just haven't fixed up the display. Maybe it's using the wrong texture. Don't think it should be though. Yeah, nah, see? Still got that. Still got all the right stuff. None of the UVs are whack either. Well, they shouldn't. How did that happen? 16 to 19. How did that happen? These are all out of bounds. I didn't even touch that. Hold up. We're going through our history here. I didn't even change anything. It was literally working all before this. I didn't even touch anything. How did the UVs change? No, that doesn't matter actually. Hold up. It's these parts that matter. But even that, why is that? I know that's the Z. I don't know why. I don't know. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't have broke. Let's just say that. Ah, see, there we go. Look, it's fine now. Apparently. Did I run debug mode? No, I didn't. Great. What the flip? Crayfish, get some rest. You're sick. You know that. I'm not like sick. I'm like, if I was actually like not good, I probably wouldn't be live streaming right now. Like I know when to not do stuff, you know. Make bulletproof shield and armor piercing bullets. I just want to see how many people have retweeted so far on the Twitter right now. It's going to really pop over to there. We got a decent amount of people. Holy, hold up, let's check. Oh, we're almost 29 retweets over on Twitter. If you haven't already, go to my tweet right now on Twitter. I'm doing shoutouts at the end of this live stream. If you actually retweet the tweet that says retweet for a shoutout. So it's up to you, you know. Do you want a shout out or not? It's just minigun with a scope. Oh my god. I can't zoom in though. Like the minigun would be one that can't have a scope on it. For obvious reasons. It looks stupid on it, but you know, for the pistol here, it looks cool. So how I'm thinking about doing this is determining it through an MBT tag. So if the gun has the MBT tag on it, if in the NB tags it has the items, the scope item stack on it, then we can actually, you know, render a scope out. Because I can just pretty much get that item and get the stack. Yeah, that works. .360 no scope. That was a 360 no scope. No, that was a 360 scope. 360 no scope. Can I do it? Can I do it? I got it. Cray, how long into the end of the live stream? I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm just going to quickly, like, obviously we need to do a couple more things here. I'm healthy. We don't actually need that anymore. Because that is determined by the zoom only. All we've got to do now is... here is simply just going to be the positions of the scope. So what we're going to do is we need to run the game again. Oops, nope. You guys can't see this that well, but there is like another thing over on the other side here with all the JSON stuff. So pretty much here we just do scope. We can even change this, you know, scope Y offset. And that's going to be that, and then this is going to be like scope Z offset. And that's all I have to do to that to define the scope position for the handgun here. This is where this display thing's getting like crazy. Zoom Y offset. We can get rid of a lot of this stuff because by default it's 0, so we don't actually need it in. It will only read in these ones and apply those settings, which is really good. But I want to kind of categorize some of these a bit better, so because I don't know, it is kind of a part of the display, but now I'm getting like this super duper long list of variables here, and it's probably going to be added onto in the future here as well. We unblocked my channel from live chat. It's EnderGaming345. I'm pretty sure, like, I think you were the guy that was talking to, like, who got accidentally banned. I'll do that. I'll look into it after the live stream, but I'll need some confirmation on that from King Yoshi, because I don't really kind of manage the bans. Like, I don't know who gets banned and whatnot, but I can remove people. Add a red dot aim on the middle of the scope. There is, dude. So that is that. Let's do the positioning for all the others. Now, the main scope thing is going to be the Y and the Z offset. Everything else is going to be like, what's this one? Shotgun, yeah. Is going to be different. But we'll determine that. He wasn't accidentally banned, he was banned for being timed out 5 times. Oh jeez. Where should we put the scope on the shotgun? Should the scope be down a little bit further? Or do we like it actually like right at the front here? Also, we need to determine a kind of zoom. We can, so as I said up here, where was it? When we're determining the Z offset, basically what we can do here is do the Z offset to the Z offset of this scope here, which I think should be good. Is that debug mode? Yeah. Oh wow. Nah, it definitely looks better. Okay, so we can still do that. So it can still be that. We just do gun.getGun display scope Z offset take 0.5. So like this should be, oh something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. What was wrong with that? Ah. Why is that wrong? Did I do that wrong? Oh no, whoopsie. It is that. Scope Z offset take 0.05. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Have you got any plans for a tripod for the minigun? Oh my god. Maybe not a tripod, but I am actually adding in a turret, which then you can mount any gun onto it. Automated turret, I should say. Hopefully I can get that to work. I think I've got an idea how I can make that work. It's usually up the front, but only the shotguns use free shotguns. Yeah, I don't know too much about guns, but I'm just trying to like think of a good position to put this on. Why is that? I don't know why that zooms so differently. It should zoom pretty much the same, those two. I think it might be, I don't know. That was, if you heard that, that wasn't me farting. That was my table. I just didn't know if that would come up in the audio. That was the table. I don't know how I made that sound, but I did. That was loud as well. Someone's just gonna like just cut out that bit out of context and be like Crayfish farts on live stream. No context with it, just, you know, straight up that. Add force grip. Why is that like that? Why is that like that, he says. I think it's to do with the zoom offset. Zoom, you know, zoom modifier. No, it should be the same. Why is that doing it differently? I know why. Let's just... Oh, don't worry about it for now. Alright. What we'll do is we'll put the scope for the shotgun. Maybe... maybe further back. I would load up this so we can see it. Can have it like there. I don't know. It's really kind of up to me where I want the scope to be on the guns. I don't know what would be a good spot. Maybe, I reckon maybe there was good. Let me know what you think. Here? 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 Yeah. Oh no, that seems to be a good one. That seems to be a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That seems to be a good spot for it. Who agrees with me there? That's a good scope position. That's a good scope position. People are saying term weather. Oh, there is a weather cycle. Where do you think we should have it? Where do we think we should have it? Just right at the front here. Good scope position, not gonna lie. Good scope position. 10 out of 10 scope position. Teach me Java, senpai. Can't do that, unfortunately. Teaching yourself a programming language is pretty much up to yourself. I don't know, where should we have it? Here? It should be closer to the player. I mean, that's like pretty close. It's different to the, oh, we can't see it now, but the only thing you can't see at the moment is on third person, but that will be changing soon. I will be updating that so you can actually see it on third person. It's just, I'm just working with first person renders at the moment. Now I think we all know that it should be probably I think the scope should be here. I think the scope should be there, hands down, right now. Scope should definitely be there. Look, it's perfect. You can see through it. You know, you got good shot. You got good angle. You can aim well. It's perfect. He's charming. He's beautiful. I didn't even mention his name. But that's him. He didn't pop into your head. I didn't mention his name, but he popped into his head, didn't he? And it's that scope position. Hopefully you guys know that meme. Otherwise, it's going to be bad context. Alright, so either point... Okay, so this is 0.1, or we can have 0.15. Hold on, let's do this. This is 0.15 or 0.1. What do you guys like better? Or should it be 0.2? Which it originally was. Let me know right now. Let me know right now. Point one. To 0.2. So that's 0.2. That's 0.1. That's 0.15. 0.15. We got 3.15s, 15. 15. Looks like 15's winning here. 15. Might be a winner. Might be a winner. Yeah, it looks like 15 is definitely the winner here. Alright. That's definitely going in for the shotgun there. Locked and loaded with .15. Alright. What else have we got here that could have a scope? Oh no, I disabled zooming on the grenade launcher. I feel like it's a weapon that doesn't need... It's too short distance to really require a scope. And like, when you zoom in anyway, the position that you're looking at isn't the actual final target, and nor is it actually even in the kind of scope kind of field of view, I should say. So like here I can see my bullet is definitely going to hit that tree over there, but if I did that with a grenade launcher, no, it's going to hit like down here. So grenade launcher shouldn't be able to have a scope. Bazooka already has a built-in scope. We will fix that up as well. We just need to determine whether or not a thing has a scope or not through MBT data, which is going to be easy. So it would be like, alright, let's turn this off for now. Cray should make a 50 cal machine gun. If you actually just check out the description of this live stream right now, read that real quickly, because it will like tell you what the kind of goal of this mod is and how it's different to other mods such as Flans. So read that out, Thomas, just to kind of get an idea, because basically, just to put it in like a sentence, I'm not adding real guns. I'm adding more generic guns. And doing stuff that normally you wouldn't do. Like, you wouldn't have a scope like this randomly on a pistol, you know? So, That's kind of my mod. It's kind of it's being like fun at the same time as well as being an awesome gun mod. So held item. So here would be doing keep knocking my desk here. Let's go to 150 likes. Let's do it right now. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do it right now. Snap that like button. Snap it right in half. You gotta do it. I'm gonna wait here I'm gonna wait now. You guys go right down there right now. Hit that like button before we continue on here. Before we continue on, you know, we're temporarily stopping the live stream because, you know, we're gonna get to 150 likes. So let's get it to that point. Otherwise, we just stop it now. My tricks, you know, my tricks. What does that do? No, yeah, that is null. Boolean has scope equals held item doesn't equal to null, and then held item dot get tag compound dot has key this is much more difficult than that, actually. Has key attachments. Then we need constants dot nbt dot tag compound do I want to make this, is that apparently it's always true. I think it is. All right. Okay. All right, we'll do here instead has scope equals false if held item dot has tag compound if held item dot get tag compound dot has key attachments constants nbt tag compound nbt tag compound attachments equals held item dot get tag compound is that right? Held item dot get tag compound dot get compound tag attachments if attachment dot has key scope and then that type is going to be a constants dot nbt dot tag compound because it's going to be a an item stack, then has scope equals true. And then we can do here we can do if has scope. Like so. Cool. Is it possible that a soldier that you can control? Oh, jeez. It's like Terminator or something like that. How many likes? 4 more likes? 2 more likes? Come on, let's get this up to 150 likes. Let's do it, guys. I know there's 2 people watching the live stream right now that haven't hit that like button. Haven't snapped it, I should say. So do that right now. Whew. So that does that. And then we can do here. If has scope, then only do that if it has a scope. And then as well, here we do gun. Let's do that above here. Gun dot display dot scope y offset. And then here do gun dot display dot scope z offset. Draw flash. And also let's just turn off this for a second. Okay, so that was actually... What's stopping that now then? Because by default that should like work. I think it's to do with this. Nah, still see how like changes instantly? See how the weapon just changes, it doesn't like go down? I'm not sure why that is. Is it because I'm manually rendering the item? Is that why? Because I was having a problem with this where it would... Oh no, maybe that doesn't matter anymore. Hold up. Let's just put this up here. Let's get rid of that. Oh jeez. I think it's just in if if event I don't know how to determine this. Alright, we'll just comment it out for now. I'll deal with that later on. So right now, scopes won't render. We've basically disabled scopes, but if we turn that back on, we can have scopes, and then what's up with that? I think we're just going to restart the game. Yeah, we do, probably. How'd you get antennas in your head in-game? It's actually a mod called, I think, More Player Models. It's pretty cool. I think it's by the same person that created custom NPCs. So the GUI is quite familiar. Looks like someone already answered it for you. Can someone explain why Cray doesn't use 1.12? For my... Pretty much because I've been working on, like, I started this gun mod on 1.11. I'm kind of just working on it on 1.11 until I actually get to a stage and can port it over. Because basically, regardless, this isn't going to be released until it's, like, finished. So it doesn't even matter what version it's developed on. At the release, it's going to be on 1.12, so don't worry too much about that. That's pretty cool. So as you can see, they got different positions now. The scopes. Quick scope. See if we can quick scope something here. First animal we see. Oh! 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 Mum! Get the camera! Get the camera! I can't like scream that out. Mum! Get the camera! That's so funny. I've just killed everything around here. There's like nothing left to kill. It's sad. See if we can find something. But there's all just like, I've been here already, because as you can see, there's like destruction. There's literal destruction. Oh, oh, oh. Oh! Skills to pay the bills right now. Skills to pay the bills. That is like super duper loud on your side. Achievement getting wood. Glad you won't have to see. I'm not sure if that's still in 1.12, but glad you won't have to see that anymore. Oh, that was skills. Do they? They don't run around. You know how if you hit them like this. It's because I'm in creative mode, I think. So like, see how he runs around everywhere? But now he's just taking it like a champ. Ah, damn it. That's your lucky day, sheep. That is your lucky day. Doesn't even know what I'm pointing at him. Doesn't even know. Make a silencer for old guns. That can be done as well. That's pretty easy to implement, because like it's easy as well to like implement that to actually turn down the sound as well. Like you could probably even like make the sound a quarter of what it is, which is pretty good. We out of ammo. That. Can you do a back to school mod, Cray? Really? During a gun mod development stream? Oh my god. I think there's worse things I could have said for that, and I'm not gonna joke about it. I'm not gonna joke about it because it's not a good thing to joke about. It's dark. Let's not joke about those things. It's a serious issue that should not be joked about. Use mags with 30 shots. Can you make a flashlight attachment? I can't really do that. I would love to, but I can't really. There might be ways that I can do it, but I don't know. Basically, it would be like there'd be some sort of rendering trick where I could actually, like, in dark places just ignore light and render it. But then I'm probably gonna have some problems with like shader mods and that kind of stuff, and it's just gonna get tricky. Like, not even I know how to do it. It would just be me like just playing around and hacking. Make bullet holes. That's not a bad idea. I don't know if I could though. Don't forget shoutouts. I'm not. We haven't ended the live stream yet, my dude. Can you do a tank? Oh my god. Can you make a grappling hook? There's already a mod out there that adds a grappling hook in. Better than I'll ever be able to do it as well, so that's why I probably wouldn't make a grappling hook mod, because someone's already made a better one out there. Alright, we're getting distracted. We are getting distracted. Quite a lot here. Have we got 150 likes? Did we get 150 likes? I didn't even check. Alright, so what are we gonna do now? Like, we've added in scopes. Maybe we would add in support for add in support for determining the zoom factor on the scopes. Might be something. So that would simply be like I feel like that would like I need to create like a scope class a scope class now that will house all the information for it, because like we've got has scope here, but now I'm gonna have to have something like boolean zoom factor, and now I'm starting to add that in. It's becoming more difficult, whereas I could just have like a class here that's equal to null, and then here instead I could be like, if it's not null, then do that. Otherwise, there's no scope if it's null. I'm getting sleepy, got to go. Fair enough. Cray, make a content pack with like more guns and content pack with cars and tanks. That's like Flans. I'm not adding, like, honestly, like, your wording there sounds exactly like Flans. Like, he calls them content packs. Add some military stuff. Need some military stuff in this mod. Need some real weapons. None of this pathetic excuse for a weapon. What's a handgun? We need a Desert Eagle 50 caliber sniper rifle. Shoots from 3 kilometers away. I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs. I have over 300 confirmed kills. Hopefully you guys know what that meme is. I have over 300 confirmed kills. I'm trained in guerrilla warfare. I'm trained in guerrilla warfare. That's so funny, that. Make a knife attachment. Oh, that's not bad. That is a good idea, actually, dude. A knife attachment. That'd be good. So when people are actually close up, you can actually hit them with it. That's a dope idea. Do you think you can get it done today? What? Get what done today? I think what we need to do as well is in here determine if it can have a scope. And that's kind of where we run into some issues here, because now I'm going to be adding can have scope in display here. What would be, how do I categorize how can I categorize this? Okay, no, let's stuff it. Just for now, I'll do this like can attach scope. Like, I don't want to. Like, it'd be like that, you know? Like, one way I can do it is, instead of having that, we could have, like... I mean, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Scope. Like, these could be, in a way, kind of like... modules, in a way, so... I mean, that would be a good way to kind of lay it out, in a way. So, scope here you'd pretty much add the scope module to it. As long as this is like here, you would add the scope module to it, and then inside here, you would actually put in the properties of it. And for this here, this would change around. This would just be zoom. This would be a zoom property here. And like pretty much you only be able to zoom if you have the zoom module. I could even put this into its own thing here, like modules, because sounds is kind of a requirement, like an actual requirement for it, and projectile as well is kind of like a required two things here. So modules, and then we would actually have like zoom and scope. That would work. And then flash here might be flash might be as well a required module. Oh no, it will be a kind of, it will be somewhere up in here. Maybe this will be the actual display, real display property. I think that's a good way to go about it with the module system. That would work, you know. Why aren't I using Eclipse? Because IntelliJ is faster now. That's all the reason why. It's faster for me. I've gotten used to it now. And I kind of like it now. Can you make it where we can choose if we have scopes or not? Yes, pretty much what determines if you can have a scope is the gun. So you can either have, a gun may allow a scope on it, but you don't have to have a scope on it. But in the properties here, it will say pretty much if it can have a scope or not. But what do you guys think about that module system? Is that a good way? I mean, I feel like that's a good way to do it. I feel like that's a good way to do it, and we can easily like extend onto it. It might even be, I don't know, attachments. Like we might have modules, and then there'll be a zoom module. There might be an attachments module, which then inside of that you put in kind of sub modules. So can it zoom? Can you attach a knife to it? Can you blah blah blah, you know? That sounds like a pretty good way to do it. Let's go to now I kind of want to do it. I don't want to do what I do. I don't want to just like temporarily do it. So like pretty much this becomes redundant now. But I can add a custom deserializer that can still set a property can zoom inside of the code, just here it doesn't. Why all the guns have a scope? Don't worry about that. How about a shotgun with different types of shotgun shells? That's kind of, if you read the description of this mod, if you read the description of this live stream, basically now I'm adding in like a description of what this mod I'm developing is all about. And I kind of don't want to explain it so many times, but pretty much I don't want to add in like I don't want to add in a ton of like realistic guns. Like a shotgun in this mod is just called shotgun. It's not like called, I don't know, I can't even say because I don't even know real shotgun model names. But you know, there's not some epic, I don't know, S198. I don't know if that's up there. I'm trying to think of like a gun from Battlegrounds, but there's not like that gun that can shoot like 5 bullets in one round, and then there's the other one that can only shoot 2. It's just shotgun in the game. So I kind of only want to have like one kind of standard bullet type for it. That's kind of like how I vision this mod. So it's going to be hard. If you have like a really good idea that can convince me to change it, then I will. But how I'm thinking it right now is this is kind of how I want it. This is how I like it. So that's how I'm going to develop it. Like, I'll take suggestions from you guys if they're good, you know, or if they fit with my vision. If they don't fit with my vision, then I'm not going to add it. Basically, that's how it goes. Someone said I like the simplicity of this mod. Yeah, this is what it's going for, is the simplicity. Not overcomplicating it, just saying, here's a gun, this is the gun. Here's a shotgun, here's a shotgun. Not being like, oh, I've got this one, I've got this 50 caliber, but then this other guy's got another sniper rifle. But, you know, this was going to be good, and I kind of hope that this gun mod will take off. Hopefully it can get into some mod packs, which will be really cool. Oh yeah, silencers, I forgot to write that down. Thank you for reminding me there, Super Bean. I'm almost out of water. Can someone fetch me some water, please? Oh. At a laser pointer? No way, think. That's a cool thing, laser pointer. That can be done. I'm not sure how well it will be easy to see it, but, you know. It'll be a thing. Question mark. Question mark. And I will do a thing. Okay, what I'm going to do at the end of this live stream, like I did yesterday, is I pretty much just spent 10 minutes watching the chat for your guys' suggestions. So if your suggestion isn't read out or I just miss it, at the end of this live stream, I will be doing like 10 minutes of just looking at the chat, writing down suggestions for this mod. So wait to that. Maybe just wait to then to suggest things for this mod. And I'll be like dedicated looking at all the chat here and writing stuff down if it fits my vision. I'm just going to use that as my way to say if an idea is good or not. It doesn't fit my vision. It's a little bit of a... It's less harsh. It's less harsh if I say that. It doesn't fit my vision. It's not saying I don't like the idea, because it's probably not... It's not a bad idea. It just doesn't fit my vision. I think we should commit here. I think we should commit. So pretty much, let's just call it added scopes. Added scope support. Added scope system. Added support for scopes because it's not a finished system yet. We can just like begin adding scopes because it's not finished yet. Kind of just want to get rid of this because I don't need that anymore. And let's go ahead and commit that now. Is his channels kid friendly or not? Yes. I mean, I don't swear, but I mean, depends what your parents think about watching me developing a gun mod. Maybe they just don't want you around guns or something like that. That's kind of, I mean, basically, I don't swear, but there might be stuff that is not entirely appropriate for young kids, but that's kind of up to you know, the viewer. It's not my decision, but like I try not to do any, like I know I don't do like you know, bad things. Like eventually this mod will have blood in it, so I mean that will be an option to add in the blood. Maybe it'll be like in the config, it'll be like 18 plus mode, and then there'll actually be like blood that comes off players. It'd be cool if like you get shot, right? You get shot in the game and like you're just constantly bleeding. Like you just blood particles just keep pouring out of you for a certain amount of time. That'd be cool. If you guys are suggesting stuff in the chat, wait to the end of the live stream, as I literally just mentioned, for like any of your suggestions, because that's when I'm going to actually go through the chat properly and read them out here and potentially add them. Is that actually used? Ah, we can get rid of that. All right. Next step to the scopes. Maybe we'll add a new class here. How's this gonna work? This can be an item stack. Scope. Null. And then we can have like then this will be attachment scope equals item stack dot I know it's just new item stack attachment dot get scope. How's that work? All right, that works. Forge caps. What is that? Something that Forge does. Your mods are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. This might be replaced with like the module class. So just for better access, it'll be the module class and it'll be a lot easier to handle everything. Scope. So if scope doesn't equal to null, scope model. Here we just do this as well. So do that. That'd be funny because you can like literally, if you wanted to, you could edit the MBT of the scope tag here and change it to like any item that you want, and then it's going to render that item as the scope instead of the actual scope. But that's if you edited the MBT, which a normal player won't be able to. I just hate creating like, because like basically this is creating like new objects every tick, which is something I just like in general, like you don't want to create a new object every single time I render, you know? So I might like figure out a solution that can update this only like as soon as you update once you change your slot, it's going to update that item, update the kind of the properties. So it only does it once instead of doing it every single render, which is like 60 times. I think it's 60 times. I don't think it is. I think it's only like, I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot. I'll tell you that. Whoa. So that's the scope. Mind you, what I could do is just have kind of a static, not even, yeah, something like that, that is just kind of a, you know, just a static, because like it's only going to be standard attachments. Like there's going to be a scope, there's going to be a knife, and just have like all those kind of attachments stored in memory as just kind of a final, I don't know, something, a static final, public static final, item stack, scope, and then I can just use that. Because I kind of wanted the scope to be like the properties. So it would have like the zoom factor for it. When is the stream going to end? I'll probably end it in 7 minutes from now. I kind of want to end it on the dot for like 3 hours. So we'll see what we can do. Trying to figure out what we can do in this time frame. What can we do in this time frame? Where's the zoom factor happen here? Happens at this point here. So this is where we do is zooming, and then we just basically set new field of view here. Zoom at field of view modifier times 2. See what that does. Sir Giggles, what the? It's Sir Piggles' long lost brother. Alright, so what were we doing here? The zoom factor. Woo! That did it the other way around. What? Woo. Slow motion. You're just like... Slow motion right there. I'm gonna kill this shrew. Ready? I'm gonna shoot this rose. My attempt at sounding like slow motion. I'm gonna kill this Oh wow. Slow motion's real right now. And of course the game was like not centered properly. Hui. That's what we're gonna do, hold up. Epic shot here. We're gonna hit Pigu down the bottom there. We're gonna hit Pigu while jumping off the cliff. Ah, missed. I still missed. That Pigu went down. Piggy. Pigu or Pigu? Pingu. Pigu. Oh wow, this is an epic cave. Oh wow. It just looked cool from this side because it's like flush with the ground. Like that looks like an inviting cave, I tell you that. Whoa. Oh, there's like a limit. Yeah, that zoom factor is way too much. Can't even hit that. We just made our own cave. This is like seriously the most OP weapon. Because it just destroyed that entire mountain. What happened to the scopes? They're not being rendered because of the conditions right now. Pretty much they only get rendered if this here is not null. Which it will never become. It won't ever not become null. But I can do something like neon stack. I don't know. basically scopes were added, but that's gonna be it. So that's actually going to end off this development portion of this live stream. What we're going to do now is quickly do shoutouts for you guys. So let's do that right now, and then after this we're going to do 10 minutes of taking your guys' suggestions here, and that's going to be the end of the live stream. So if you haven't already, make sure you go over to my Twitter, retweet the tweet that says retweet for a shout out to get a shout out. I'm doing them right now, so if you're lucky you might just get in here. I'm going to refresh the page here real quickly. Pingu the Penguin. Alrighty, so we have the people that retweeted the tweet over on Twitter. We have Gaming RO, Jez Berens, Jack Malbog, Antonically Mag 12, Awesome Septic Tank, Journey Gaming, John Doe, Speedy, Murik Josephic, Gaming with PJ, Chex OD, Some Cosmic Llama 910, Panda J17, Young Greg, That Minecraft Guy, Ender Gaming 345, Taylor Miller, D-625, Jan Magna Noidland, Red Per, JHA Nail, Jozzle, the cholesterol coder, Darth Dimboy, Mazamoon, Power Redstone, Gamers for Life 123, Jolly Bub, Crypt, Darshan, Zoram King Yoshi, Remy, and Exotic Plays. And we also just got some quick retweets here. RO Gaming. I just liked it. I need a cough for that. Oh god. That was a lot of reading out. But let's take some suggestions now. 10 minutes of suggestion taking on the clock. So 10 minutes right now. Suggest away, guys. Suggest away. What I'm going to do while I'm waiting for that to come in is I'm just going to like put on scopes for a second here. So I was going to say true. New item stack. Alright, here we go. The suggestions are coming in. Fully armed attack helicopter. Oh my god, that seems a little too intense, to be honest. Doesn't fit my vision. Let me just get OBS up here just so I can see what's actually on the screen right now. Laser guns, bomb, C4 launcher. I've already got a grenade launcher, lava gun, a new Flans mod. What? Add a flash, like in GTA 5, so you can make lights instead of putting torches down. Scopes, my dude. Oh, we kind of stuffed up that thing. Hold up. That works. All right. Just making sure the gun works. A jetpack. Add shooting ranges at the villages. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I'm not sure if they would naturally generate though. That's my problem. Would they naturally generate? I mean, I'll put that down on the idea list. I like the idea of like gun range. I'll just put a question mark on it, just for now. CS:GO mod. This is not like a suggest mod ideas. This is suggest ideas for the gun mod. Add yourself in a mod. Gun rack. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Gun rack of some sort. Gun crate. Airdrops. Airdrops would be pretty cool. Should I add in airdrops? That'd be really cool to implement. Like, imagine if you're on a server, right? And there was like airdrops and it's like, go to this coordinate right now. And like, imagine everybody just trying to like rush to it. That'd be really cool. It sucks, like, a lot of these features and stuff in my mods I never ever see, like, people use. Like, I know people use my mods, but I never, like, see it in use. But I just envision airdrops to be, like, super awesome. I think I might add them in. Gun rack. Minimalistic police dog. Add some visual of that sales guns. Yeah, I've already got that down. I've got my idea list up here, so if you see your idea already on there, there's like no need to suggest it. Full body armor. I've got that up on there, kind of like bulletproof vest. Animal heads on a plaque. Oh jeez. Realistic reloading. Yeah, reloading's coming to it. That's kind of like a thing that's already like in my mind that I've got to do, so I don't really got to write it down. Auto gun that will kill mobs easily, aka a turret gun which can mount any gun on it. That's already on the list. Bulletproof vest, already on the list. Tactical missile drops. Make it auto aim mobs. Is it possible to add a soldier that you can control? I don't know if I'll add in like any autonomous type stuff in this mod. Except for the turret gun, I think that's the only thing that would fit into it. I just don't want to add in like, you know, Terminator type stuff. It's not like a super duper war mod or something like that. Attachments, the silencer, a night vision scope. What I could do for the night visions, I don't know. I could do a night vision scope and just like while you're zooming, you would have like the night vision effect on, and then while you turn it off. I don't know, that's just a way you could do it. Custom skins for the gun like dye. Yeah, that is coming already. I'll just put that down there. Make gun. Put that down. Spy stuff. Custom scopes. Riot shield. Riot shield or riot. Nobody suggested that. Riot shield or riot. I don't know if I can do that. Riot shield. Riot shield or riot. It's gotta happen. I can do it. Riot shield. Cameo suit. I know, yeah, Leafman suit. Leafman suit. That would be cool, a Leafman suit. Make a grenade that you throw and then shoots all arrows all different directions. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. I don't know. It's kind of a maybe. It's kind of like a... I don't know if it fits in with the vision. It doesn't fit in with the vision of my mod. Bullet ricochet? Whoa, jeez. That's possible to do. I don't know how I'd do it. I mean, I can do it. It'd just be like, okay. It's like, okay, if I hit a block, then pretty much invert that direction, but then I have to determine the face. I don't know, it's possible. I might, maybe. I don't know. It might also, like, it depends on the material as well. Like, you could shoot into dirt, whereas you couldn't, like, shoot into metal. I don't know. Is ammo GUI on the list? Yeah, kind of anything to do with kind of like ammo reloading is already on kind of my main list in my mind, because it's kind of like a requirement already. This stuff on this list is like features that should be added to it. So like the gun mod doesn't require a gun shop in the village, but it would be cool to have one, you know, because there's going to be crafting already. Like, a lot of this stuff isn't required for a gun mod, it just makes it better, is what I'm saying. Like, reloading is kind of a standard and required thing for guns. AKA ghillie suit? No, it's a Leafman suit. Named after TG. Dye the parts by putting them in the cauldron with dyed water. I wish that was on, because that's like the proper way to do it. I know what you're meaning there, Super Bean T, with like your actual put. I forgot what it's called, but that's how they like put stuff on like helmets and guns and actually skin it. You know. But I'll see how I can do that. Maybe, because like it would be cool if you could do it, if you could do it on the actual cauldron. In 1.12, do they actually have... In 1.12, in the cauldrons, can you actually dye it now like you could dye it in MCP? And no, in the Pocket Edition? Can you do that now? I don't know. Parachute. What did you guys think about my airdrops idea? I didn't actually see the chat on that. What do you guys think about my airdrops idea where it actually like drops somewhere randomly in the world, gives you coordinates, and then you gotta try and like get to it first, and it might have some awesome weapons in it. It might not. It might even have some rare weapons in it that you can't even get. Eventually, that I'll add in. It might. Oh no! It could be like a scope that's 16 times that you can't make at all. Recipe book for the recipe book. That's not a bad idea. Some guy's thinking out of the scope here, and he's like, recipe book. Like how I put that pun onto that. He's thinking out of the scope, and he's like, we need a recipe book so we can actually learn how to craft the guns. That's a really good idea. The ability for sniper bullets to hit players through glass. That is actually already a thing. You can actually break glass with bullets, and I think it actually just goes straight through. But on that note, bulletproof glass. Bulletproof glass would be good. Dubstep gun. Somewhere, you just want that mod back. There's not going to be a dubstep gun. That doesn't fit my vision. Do airdrops. Radar. To be honest, I just want this mod done. Well, can't you see all these awesome features that should be added in? Like, I'll probably select a bunch of these. I won't do all of them. But I'll do some of them for the actual release, and then I'll add all of them later on. A stock that minimizes recoil. That could be actually good, you know. Is it just called a stock? I don't know too much about recoil. Maybe it's just like, oh no, we've kind of already got foregrip, which would be a recoil thing. It'd be a, yeah, you know. In Security Craft, there's already reinforced glass. The problem with it is it's not compatible with my mod. I would have to actually add in... I would have to be like, oh, is this the glass from Security Craft? And I don't want to make my mod dependent on that. So I'd have to implement my own bulletproof glass specifically for this mod. But I mean, it might work because, you know, it might work, you know. Because like the glass, the property would be like, it would just be like the normal glass block, just it won't, it's just a different instance of it, because how I'm checking is this glass? Is this a glass pane? But mine could be like, oh no, this bulletproof glass is just bulletproof glass. It's not a glass pane. It's not a full block. I think a 10% chance of a ricochet could be cool. Now you're just being super generous with this mod. Hey, no I'm not. These are cool ideas. These are cool ideas. A celebration after you hit a headshot. Actually, I do want to add in headshot kind of detection. I just don't know how to go about it, because I'm not sure if in like when you actually hit an entity, right? Find entity on path. Hit entity. Is that right? Start. Oh no, I think that's right. Just trying to think. Hit entity. Ray trace results from start to end. I might have to fix that up. Um, 172 likes. Dang. Oh yeah, it's called hydro dipping. Thank you, Super Bean, for correcting me on that. Mortar cannon. Jeez. Gun safes. Maybe like a glass box for a gun. They could see the gun inside, but like it would be like locked up. Incendiary, is that how you say it? Incendiary sound rounds that can light fires. Oh jeez. A red dot becomes red when you aim at somebody. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, actually, like having it when you're actually looking at somebody that it becomes red. That's like a really good kind of gameplay feature. A red dot becomes red when on a target. Because that makes sense. I mean, that'll be a potential feature. It's not like 100% going to be added. What time do you have Crayfish? It's probably ending because like it's like the end of the live stream. I'm not doing any sort of more development now. Different specs for guns. Specs are going to be pretty much determined by attachments here. If you're going to have different specs for guns, that would mean that'd be going outside of my vision and adding different types of guns. So that's going too far now. It's going too far. That's too far out of the scope. Make it shoot cheesecake. Have 1% chance for the chain gun to jam. Dynamite or Ciphar. Holster. Holster. That's not bad. Holster. There's so many cool ideas. Just like you guys are suggesting so much cool stuff. I mean, I've been thinking of some cool ideas as well. Different health loss for the part of the body you hit. Like, it's hard to determine where you actually hit. Not even I could figure it out. Let's see. What can we get? Result. Hit vec. Side hit. Sub hit. Type of hit. Yeah, no, it's hard for me to like hit info, but I don't know what that is. Hold up. Apparently, there's no use of this hit info at all. There's literally no use of it. Oh, whatever. The vector position of the hit. Then maybe that's... Alright, it's going to be something like this that can help me determine where it actually hit. Can I see the scopes? I should have that up. Flashbang and smoke bomb. Smoke bomb wouldn't be bad. I might be able to implement it. New entities. Different bullets. Toaster gun. A table where you can enchant the where you can attach the attach the attachments. That's kind of in my mind type list already. Because if I'm adding attachments, then yeah, there's going to be some sort of table. A reflex sight. I don't even know what a reflex sight is. have a look. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Ah, okay. I'll think about that. Because I know what you mean there. It's not like a sight that's got like a... It's not like... Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Alright, let's put that down. Reflex sight. That actually does make sense. If it was that type of sight and then just that scope that I've got on it now, then that actually works. There is recoil in the mod. It's just it's not like a lot of recoil at the moment, so you can see that if I just keep shooting here, it's going to slowly go up. It's more noticeable with the minigun. It's just not on a like a huge recoil at the moment. X-ray glasses that outline mobs close to you. I think I've got a lot of ideas. We just added to it probably from here. We just added all those ideas. So I think that's going to be enough ideas for today. You should... Wait, hold up. You should add a rainbow gun. Make it out of a unicorn. What the... That doesn't fit my vision. It doesn't fit my vision. Who wants a rainbow gun? Crossbow. That's not a gun. But yeah, I think that's going to end off this live stream today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for all of the suggestions on this mod. I love them all that you guys... Like, a lot of these are made by you. Like, all of these suggestions are from you guys. And, like, you guys definitely make this mod, like, super duper awesome. Because I never would have thought of, like, a bunch of these things. So, thank you guys a lot for that. Truly appreciated. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Hit that post notification buttons. Follow me on Twitter. And hit that like button as well. And I will see you guys later. Bye.